What's up YouTube? Tactical Swede here with my very first tabletop review. This is going to be a review of my current everyday carry knife, the SOG Zoom. So let's get in it. Great little knife. I've been carrying this thing for about a year now. Still looking really good. No real wear and tear to speak of. A little bit of wear on the pocket clip there, but nothing serious. The scales still look really brand new. This is an assisted opener. Great as an everyday carry knife. Also great as an alternative to an auto for guys that may want the speed and ease of deployment of an auto knife, but it might not be legal in the area you're in. This is a really good alternative. As far as specs on this, this is a 3.6 inch blade, overall length of 8.3 inches, and it weighs in at 4.4 ounces despite being an all metal construction knife. So not bad on the weight. It is a pillar construction. I like the pass through there. Not a lot of places for pocket lint and stuff to get caught up in, as you can see with a blade like this here, this cheapo Gerber Fast. The spine here is closed, so you can get a lot of dirt and lint and stuff trapped in there. It makes it kind of a pain in the butt to get out. On this one here, since it's open mostly, you got this closed area back here, but it's not very big. Not a lot of room for things to get caught in there, and if you do get some fuzz or whatever, then you can just run a cloth through there or a paper towel. Comes right out. As I said, pillar construction. Part of the way they keep the weight down on this is, if you can see in here, I don't know if you'll be able to catch this on camera, but you can see the liner inside there is skeletonized. They've cut out material to save weight, cut out enough to save weight, but keep the strength. So really good design there. Kept the weight down. The blade is on this version here is Oz 8 steel. The new version of this knife that just came out at SHOT Show, they upgraded the steel to an S30V steel, so a little bit of a upgrade on the steel there, but I've never had issue with this blade steel. It takes a good edge, stays sharp for quite a while. No real complaints from me. The scales, they are an anodized aluminum. A little bit slick, but as I'll talk about later, not really too much of an issue. The deployment on this thing is, super fast. Honestly, it's about as close as you can get to an auto without being an auto. Just as a comparison, I'll bring that Gerber back in here, and ironically, this is called the Gerber Fast. But if you watch the blade speed here, it's a really weak throw. And if you still have your thumb on it, it kind of delays and hitches, and then it'll spring forward. But not a lot of strength behind it, not a lot of speed behind it. Check this out here. A little bit of pressure on that thumb stud, and it just snaps out lightning fast. Really love the deployment speed on this thing. It does have a safety, which I'm not a fan of safeties on knives. I don't really use them, but what I like about this is it's out of the way. Using this as an example again, carrying this in my pocket, I've had several times that safety get accidentally engaged, and then when I pull it out to use it, can't get it open. Oh, the safety's on. So with this, you're not going to have that problem. Some people might complain that it's too small for people that like to use a safety. I've never had a knife accidentally deploy in my pocket, so I don't use them. but I love that it's unobtrusive. It's out of the way. It actually takes effort to flip it. You almost have to use your thumbnail if you want to use it, but flip it over there and it locks up. But as I said, not a fan. I won't use it, but it's there. The lockup on this thing is amazing. Totally solid. No side-to-side play. Almost nothing up and down. There's a slight little, not enough to see, but you can feel a little bit, but nothing I can complain about. This is just solid. As far as the centering of the blade, when it's closed, it's just, I mean, dead on. No worries about the blade rubbing against the liner. It's just solid dead on construction, and I love it. That brings me to the backside here, and probably one of the bigger wins on this knife is this pocket clip. This thing is amazing. It is reversible, so if you wanted to switch it around, you just pop this little screw out here, flip it around, stick it in the other side. The way it's set up from the factory is perfect for me, but I love how deep this thing carries. Let me just show you this. I'm just going to slide a piece of paper in here to show you, but when that's in your pocket, that's all you're going to see of that knife. It is completely buried in the pocket, totally concealed, and if you're wearing dark material, you're not going to see that SOG logo poking out either. But really, really nice deep carry. Love it. And also just the thickness of that loop. So if you're wearing thicker material in your pants, no issues with having room. Just a really good design by SOG. Big win there in my opinion. As far as how it feels, the ergos, I love this knife. I can't say enough about it. You know, as I said, with the aluminum scales, it could be a little bit slippery. There's not a ton of grip. I mean, it has some with the logo in here and the, you know, a little bit of stuff on there, but really where the grip comes in is this thumb ramp, and it's got some really aggressive jimping on there. Again, some people might say that's too much, too aggressive, that it'll kind of bite into your thumb, but in all honesty, that's what it's there for. Between that and the thumb groove, or the finger grooves here, which fit my hand perfectly, honestly, you're not going to slip off of this blade. So if you really need to get up on this blade and do some fine control work with the blade, or if you have to do any kind of stabbing, you got a solid grip on this knife. You're not going to slip off of it, regardless of how slick these scales might be. But yeah, I mean, it's well balanced, feels great, no issues for me. As far as looks goes, some people complain about SOG lately with the logos. You're not going to find a SOG knife nowadays without at least 3 logos on it. On a folder, you're going to have it at least once on one of the scales. You're going to have it on the pocket clip, and you're going to have it on the blade. The way they've done it on this knife, I don't have issues with it, honestly, because it's subdued. In the right lighting, it stands out, but flip it the other way, and it's very subdued there. Not a big issue for me. The pocket clip itself, like I said, if you're wearing dark clothing, you're not going to really see that much either. Yeah, tilted in the right light, you're going to see it, but not too bad. And then on the blade, which is to be expected, they're going to throw their logo on there. I have no issues with this. As far as the blade shape itself, this is probably a love it or hate it kind of blade. I personally love it. It's a drop point, dual hollow grind. It's got this kind of faux edge up here, which isn't sharpened. You could if you wanted to, I guess, but I wouldn't. But I just love I love the shape of the blade. It's got this nice recurve in here. That hollow grind, the way it catches the light, I just think it's a beautiful blade. This does come in a, this is the satin, the polished satin finish. It does come in a black titanium nitride, the Tynai that SOG does, like this SOG Seal Pup Elite here. I went with the satin finish just because, like I said, I love the way the light plays off of it, and I just think it fits this blade better than the black. Most of my other blades you'll see I do favor the black, but for this one I think it just fit it really well to go with that polish shine. The blade itself is also going to come in a tanto, and it also comes with a partially serrated blade as well. If this is a tad bit too big for you, want something a little smaller, it does come in the smaller brother to this, the SOG Zoom Mini, which is overall length about 1.5 inches smaller. It has a 3-inch blade versus a 3.6-inch blade, and it's a 7-inch overall versus the 8.3 that you see here. As far as price on this, I've seen varying prices on this, anywhere between $70, $75 all the way up to $100. I think SOG advertises this on their website for about $110, though I've never seen it for that price at any store. I got this about a year ago for right around $65, so there's good deals to be had if you do some searching. But there you have it, the SOG Zoom. Search it out, get you one. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. So if you like what I'm doing here, please comment, like, subscribe, stay up to date on all the new videos. I do have some more videos in the works. So until next time, guys, live life and have fun out there.